Hey everybody, how you doing? Last Outrider here with a donor request on an update on Eternal Crusade. What do I think? Not much. Not much has changed. I don't keep track of the game, so I went back to take a quick peek to see if there's been any major updates. So I'll make this as succinct as possible. One, I don't know what early access is. The game has apparently skipped closed beta, skipped open beta, or beta, and has gone straight to early access. Maybe we missed it. You guys probably kept more track than me. Did they have an open beta and a closed beta? Or are you just crowdfunding or crowdsourcing their beta by making you pay for quote-unquote early access? Let me tell you what early access means to me, and probably means to the majority of gamers out there. Neverwinter. Great game. Play it all the time. Had an early access when I bought their Founders Package. What did that mean? That means after the closed beta and after the open beta, when the game is ready for release, finished product, ready for release, we, the founders, had a 72-hour period of access to the game where we could build up experience and items and levels, and basically we wouldn't be there with the opening day flood of everybody doing your first mission. That's what open access or early access means to me. I don't think that's what it means to Behavior Interactive. I think it's just a gimmick. That's my opinion. Next, it's PvP and graphics are not friends in game design. Why? If this is being marketed as a PvP game, most PvP players I know of, competitive PvP players, don't care about graphics. They care about lag time. They care about latency. They care about anything that would get them to get just the fraction of a second advantage on the person they're trying to kill in the game. One way to do this, set all of your graphics settings to minimum. You really don't give a shit about what their armor looks like as you're charging them and trying to kill them. You don't care if they're a little blur that you won't see in clarity until you're right up on top of them. That's how I play. So here's a game whose revenue source is going to be selling you cosmetic items with a gameplay style that usually has people turning off their graphics. Sounds like a conflict of interest to me. So unless you're just standing in the loading zone and then you turn your graphics up to maximum and say, hey, look at how pretty I am. Nobody's going to see how cool you look in PvP. I won't, because I'm not going to be there. But think about that, seriously. In addition, every game that has maximum graphic settings usually requires a high-end video card. We're talking about a $350 US video card. And at least for you to be able to see them, who bought it. This also will mean, obviously, that since you're in a pay-to-be-cool business model, you hope that every other player in the game has a $350 US video card. Otherwise, they're not going to see how cool you look. They'll probably have all their graphics set to minimum because they're in PvP. So, again, you've got a conflicting strategy in the game, just showing that the business or upper-level management of the game does not know what they're doing. They're just going to... It's like a politician. They're going to tell you that this game is everything just to get your vote. What game are you making? Well, I'm making a MOBA. It's going to be a MOBA. It's going to be open world. It's going to be PvP. It's going to be an RPG. It's going to be a first-person shooter. It's going to be a third-person shooter. It's going to transcend time and space. It's going to make your breakfast in the morning. It's going to be your virtual girlfriend. You name it. What type of game do you like? I'll throw that keyword in there. And that's what I'm making. That's what I see. Very vague, vast, as generalized description of what the game is as possible without actually telling you what's going to be in the game. That's the quick ones. So what else? How do I think it's going to play? If you remember War, Age of Reckoning, they attempted RVR, which basically had hordes of people running around collecting points. But at least you got gear that affected your player in the game. This will all be purely cosmetic. Second, if you want to see what it would be like, I would suggest going into Neverwinter and getting into their Icewind Dale campaign, if you can get up to that. That's the closest thing that I see to open PvP still existing in a semi-pay for whatever business format. What else? Oh, the last thing was that little trick with the free-to-WOG, whatever the hell that means. Look at the factions in the game. All of the other factions in the game are pretty much based upon small elite groups of players. The Eldar, the Astarte, or Space Marine. They're all, in 40k board game at least, table game, are small elite groups. Only the Orcs were massive horde-style playing. So, of course, that's their idea of making that the faction that's going to be free-to-WOG, as they call it. Because that's where they're going to have the most inexperienced, easy-to-kill players, because they're the way you can be the ones playing for free, and they're orcs, and orcs are obnoxious, so they're hoping all the newbie, griefer, trollers, whatever, will all join into them, and it'll fit with the story play. But why not just tell people that? Why is that a secret? Why, as a game designer, can I obviously tell you that's what they're thinking they're cleverly doing in the back room somewhere? I don't know. It's just more sneakiness, I think. So that's my roundup of what I think the game has progressed so far. Just go try it. I think you'll get a big idea of what this is going to be like when they're open, early, beta, closed access / whatever gets you to pay me money game is going to be. Let me know how it goes. Bye. Boom.